Okay, we are now recording.
What's up, guys?
Everyone here, everyone. Okay, roll call. Shachee.
Hi.
Josh, Steve,
Hello?
Matt,
Yep.
Josh G.
Yep.
Gee.
Awesome. Great. Okay, well, I'm glad we finally got this to work. All of you now should have seen the agenda in your email. Is there anyone who couldn't find it or couldn't open it?
I got it.
No. Okay. Good. So, I guess we can kind of round robin from here if anyone has anything like generally they want to talk about as far as like questions or concerns about our team or like comments about like how it's been going so far. So I guess let's just go in roll call order. So, Shachee, do you have anything, any questions, concerns, positive comments?
Well, I'm happy that all our assignments are done in a timely fashion, and we haven't really had any problems come up regarding the assignments. So everything's good. Yeah.
Anything
Alright, well, the only general concern on my part is that I haven't been putting my 100%, what would you call that, contribution into it. And I do want to, we'll fix that from now on since we did establish that we're going to have assigned roles for each thing from now on, so instead of just jumping in there. But everything has been great so far.
Good.
Yeah, everything's been good so far. I do apologize. I kind of, on that first assignment, I kind of was very busy and just got to jump on it and didn't really specifically assign roles as a team leader. So I'm able to learn from that for the next time, and hopefully you guys all as well. Oh, and
Good.
also for the interviews, I do have two roommates of mine who work at the gym, and they agreed to be interviewed. So,
Yeah.
so we definitely have some options for each teacher that works at the college.
My roommate also works there, so that's another.
Okay.
Good. Josh.
You know, I was kind of with Matt. I feel like everything's gone fairly smoothly so far. The only thing maybe like I could have done better was I kind of broke it up and did the interview part just because it was my boss. And for the second part of the last assignment, maybe I could have broke it up so everyone did a fair part, I guess. But other than that, it got done and came out well, so we just move on.
Good. Yeah, thank you all for sharing, and I generally agree. I think that even though, you know, like, to begin with, you didn't assign the roles, and, like, I think what I like about our team is that we're able to just kind of, like, roll with things, you know, and, like, if one person does more than maybe they should have or could have, you know, then, like, we kind of, like, roll with that as a team, and what we present with is like, a team effort. And so I really, really like that. And I appreciate that all of you guys are actually, like, apologizing / like, saying all things that you could do better, without, like, another member of the team having to point that out to you. So I think that's really awesome, and it shows, like, we all really kind of want what's best for the team, like, in terms of the project, and so I think that's really cool. So yeah, going off of that, I definitely could have done a little bit better, like, in regards to planning my time tonight and, like, making it on time for the meeting and, like, sending the agenda out, like, earlier. But then in regards to, like, the virtual meeting in general, I know, like, all this tech stuff is, like, kind of rough. Like, I haven't used Skype in, like, 5 years. But I just appreciate you guys being patient and everything. So yeah, if no one has anything else, I think we can bypass the second part of the agenda.
Oh wait, I have to say something. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's not that it upsets me or anything, but I feel like we should have a formal meeting, like, sometime, because we haven't had one yet. You know what I mean? With, like, in regards to like an actual assignment. I mean, I understand that the first 2 assignments and this one we don't really need to meet up. But I feel like we should, as a group, meet up for at least for an assignment, because I feel like it's needed for like, I guess, a stable connection, or just to like just for everyone to be able to know what like it needs to be done. I mean, we could even have like these type of meetings, like 15-minute meetings, like at least once a week, if we cannot meet up. You know what I mean? But we haven't been doing that, so I feel like that needs to be done.
Yeah, and just to kind of add to that, we did put down in the norms contract that we were going to meet after class. We haven't really been meeting after class. We've kind of just been having quick discussions because it's a Thursday and everybody wants to get out of there and go out and get dinner. And I know a couple of you guys have class a couple hours after we get out. But I mean, we do have some time after class too, and that is like the time we agreed upon. So even if it's just a quick meeting there, and then we could always have a meeting like this, you know, just to reiterate or build upon what we talked about after class. That could work. Try that out.
Works for me.
Yeah, same. I agree that it would be nice to meet in person, like with all of us, but I do also understand that all of us are busy and there's not even like a day and time that works for all of us during the week. But Matt, I like your idea of following up with a Skype meeting or like following up with a virtual meeting, because I think that would help like concretely like establish things like that. From looking at the like project agenda, what we're turning in this coming Thursday, most of it is individual, but in class we're gonna like mold all of that together so that it can be like one complete paper that we hand in. And then the following week, there's a lot of like work to be done, and so I feel like just reiterating what everyone's kind of been saying, whoever is the team leader for that week, to just kind of make sure to kind of like outline exactly like who's doing what, and like have deadlines, like when it should be done by, things like that. And if we can establish all of that after class, we can definitely like follow up like on kids, since now it works for everyone. So
hopefully we can get Shachee's
Fade.
up and going.
Right.
Yeah.
That beautiful face.
So for this week, we're all just bringing it together in class and like stapling it together pretty much. That's all we're basically doing.
Our own individual, like, how the meeting went, like, say...
1-page reflection.
Yeah, then we'll just like staple them together and hand it in.
I think he'll just collect them separately.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think like if we did the individual paper, so like the individual analysis / feedback of this meeting, and then we're also handing in like the individual team thing that's in the handbook and another paper. It's like a diversity workshop paper. But in class, he's going to give us like 30 minutes to literally go through all of our individual papers and like consolidate it into one. And so the following week, we'll like retype it, or I guess since I'm the team leader, I'll retype it and then hand that in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, after this meeting's over, I'll send you guys all a file so you can rewatch the meeting if you want, or and then you can just do your reflection on that if you want.
Good. Yep, and I'm taking notes now on the agenda. If you guys want me to send that to you as well, I can definitely do that.
Great. Yeah, so we'll just have our own feedback and then the team assessment in the handbook.
And the diversity paper.
Diversity paper?
It's an individual diversity workshop paper. And you should see it on the week 5, like homework tab.
Week 5. I see T3.
It's one of the readings in our team handbook, and then answer the questions. It was on the weekly questions.
Yeah, like
it's a mandatory one on the weekly questions?
Yeah. No. You know the exercise questions that we've been doing?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's like you go in the handbook and I think you like read about the workshop and you write your own individual paper on it.
How long is the paper?
It just says bring a hard copy of your completed survey.
I'm gonna go with like a page.
Wait. So.
Yeah. I was just looking at the project outline. That's why I was confused, but I see it in scopes now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that nobody forgets that we're handing in 3 individual things on Thursday.
Okay.
Cool.
So we kind of talked. I mean, we did touch upon pretty well things we can improve upon for the future.
Definitely.
So maybe so far I was team leader week 1. Josh was team leader week 2. Josh G was team leader week 2, and then Jordan was the team leader for this week.
Week 3.
So yeah, for week 3 or 2-3. I guess the weeks don't match up, but yeah. So anyway, so maybe I don't know if Josh or Shachee would want to step up because we do all have to be team leaders at one point or another.
Yeah, I'll take the week or part 4. Is it just called T4?
Yeah. And it starts at part 4, I think, too.
Yeah, if you guys are down, I'm down to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I wouldn't mind taking either if you didn't want to take it, but yeah.
Team leader for team 4.
I don't care. I'll take the next one. I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Okay,
since Shachee called it first, we'll let him have it. So that's good. I haven't exactly looked at all of T4, but I do know that there are a lot of questions for us to answer, and I feel like we should incorporate a lot of those into like the interview questions. So like Matt, you were saying like who your roommates work at College Ave Gym. Like instead of being like, hey, how do you like College Ave Gym? Like try maybe Josh you can do this since you're the team leader, but try and like ask them certain questions that will help us write our paper later. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can have it like assign specific parts to each person.
Right. And that way, like, if we want to assign like a certain person to like a team member, or like 2 people can interview like people, like I don't know how we want to do that moving forward.
Yeah, since Josh G is like he has the direct connection with the manager, we can assign him the first part of the questions, and then the employees Matt and I will take care of, I guess, since we both have the connection there.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Jordan?
I was just thinking like maybe if we can swing it, Shachee and I can go with one of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, yeah, 'cause I do feel like, people have different perceptions and things of that nature, so maybe me asking a question might come off as a different tone as Jordan asking the same question, for example. So maybe that could affect an answer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think too, like, it avoids bias. Like, they're your roommates, and like, I'm sure they're not cool kids, but it might be like nice to get an outside perspective, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we have the questions already written up. And obviously we could add more, if need be. But I know we do have the questions from last week's assignment.
Yes.
So.
Which I don't think they have anything to do with the questions from that assignment from Q4. Like, I think he's looking for different things. Not that you can't ask them, because I think he wants us to do both.
Okay. Yeah.
But just keeping that in mind so we don't forget either half. Okay, good.
So trying to look ahead a bit. And also, the other thing was, Josh, have you spoken with, I don't know if your manager is going to provide us with the statistics on the facility usage?
Yeah, he collects all of them, so I could probably just ask him for some stats. I don't think it would be an issue for him to give it to me.
Okay, because I also did I took a business writing course last semester, and I forget I could find out who it was I was in contact with, but I know it wasn't somebody that worked at the gym specifically, but they provided monthly breakdowns of each individual campus. So obviously, we're only really looking at College Ave. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be more detailed reports than what I got. So
Yeah, my manager, he only really deals with the totals and stats for the fitness center and the other two gyms. But if you wanted to get like the swipes and everything, I mean, we could probably get that too, but I don't even know if that's relevant. You could just kind of see as we go along.
Yeah, I feel like if you find a correlation between like Mondays at 6 p.m. or like Mondays at 7 p.m. it's really busy and like less people swipe in versus like Fridays, you know, like there are less people, therefore like more people swipe in, like that would still be helpful, you know.
Yeah, it's just hard because there's a lot of other classes and stuff too. There's all kinds of other stuff that people swipe in for, so they don't necessarily go to
the workouts. Right?
Yeah.
Got it. That's a good point.
so you guys.
I didn't hear it. Three of you were talking at the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Is there a way I could like display a picture on the screen? Do you know?
You can.
Isn't there a plus sign on the bottom? Send
And it
files?
says share screen or send files. Yeah.
Oh, fancy. I was like, you could pull it out to your camera.
Yeah,
So
no, it's like on my computer. Send file. I don't know. I'm trying to just show you the example that I had. Untitled PNG desktop. Okay, I figured it out.
Yeah. Josh, are we doing on time?
Oh, you could share the screen even. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Either one works.
Oh, I'll just share my screen then. Do you guys see my screen?
Everything just got free. Wow, that's so cool.
Yes. Okay. So you're on my screen. This is like what I was talking about. So if you see here, it has Wordwin on the top here, College Ave Gym, RFC stands for Rutgers Fitness Center, that's Easton Ave, Cook Douglas, Livingston Fitness Center, and then the Power Gym specifically.
Wow.
So these were like this was just the swipes. So it doesn't really look at, individual machine usage or anything like that. And if you see, I believe they do, right, Josh?
Yeah, no, we're supposed to do it for like all the cardio stuff. They kind of recently actually just changed it, so all they're worried about is like who's in the weight area and who's on the cardio equipment. But that's still more of a breakdown than that is, so we can always use that too.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We could do like from 2013 to now to see the differences.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That'd be cool too.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just
Oh, I got it.
Like my face like 10 times over.
2 minutes until 20.
Okay, well, in these 2 minutes, I guess I'll reiterate what we've gone over, just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So, we discussed a little bit about general team concerns and questions, and I felt that there was kind of a unanimous opinion that we, one, need to meet in person at least once, and be more consistent about meeting and how we meet. Matt made a suggestion to follow up via Skype, which, again, everyone agreed that would be a great idea. We also expressed certain people who maybe weren't doing a lot of work on the assignments, and just to kind of fix that, moving forward, we're going to assign specific tasks to specific people with specific deadlines, which is all, what we put in our norm, so that's all consistent, which is great. Going forward, those are some of our improvements for the future. We went over our tasks that are due this coming Thursday, but just to repeat in case anyone missed it, after this, I'm going to resend the agenda with all of my notes, and Josh is going to send over the recording so we can all hear it. We're going to write an individual paper, which includes an analysis and feedback of the whole meeting. And feel free to include all of the technical glitches that happened for like an hour at the beginning. Yeah, include that. Because I'm going to include it.
So we may have been doing a 20-minute meeting, but it actually did take us quite a bit longer, Professor, just to make a note. Just so you don't think we're not doing a bare minimum, trust me.
We've been here since 9:30. It's 11.
Yeah, just for the record. But, so in addition to that, don't forget to go through the team handbook. It's called like the end team observation guide, and there should be concrete directions to get that done. But again, that's an individual assignment. And then the third thing that is due this Thursday, which is also individual, is the diversity workshop paper. And again, that's in the book. So if you have questions, just like message in the group me. And lastly, discuss kind of the next steps for G4, and we'll establish Shachee as your team leader. Since Shachee, and Matt all know people who work at the gym, then me and Sachi are just going to try and accompany you guys whenever you go, if that fits into our schedule, just to avoid bias and things like that. And then Matt, just keep us updated on like the stats that you have, and then Josh, same goes for you. If you find something in the meantime from your manager. And then we also just considering like how the number of clubs would factor in. And so I think that's everything. Does anyone have any questions, concerns?
No.
No?
Shachee, you can't see you nodding your head. You're not.
No.
She's like, nope.
Okay.
I'm sure she said no. Okay, well, cool. Well, that concludes the virtual meeting. So, deuces, like, have a nice night.
Good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
See you guys.
someone
See you on
talk to me
Thursday.
so I can
Alright.
someone hang up.